Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to talk about my setup for vlogging with my phone. Many of you might have thought about actually getting into capturing your traveling and adventures and such, but you're like, I don't have all the right camera equipment and mics and everything. You don't need a lot of equipment to get started. So I'm going to show you my setup for using my phone to actually do some filming and vlogging. Now this is my backup setup. I normally use a GoPro, but what I like is that I can do this. I can film if I need to using my phone. You do not have to have all these components, a microphone, a mount, and a grip and all that, but it does help. It really brings up the quality, and I'm going to talk about each one of these components, which of course are down in my description. You can find the links down there in my Amazon affiliate as always. Why I wanted to do this video was because I want to inspire people to create. This last year and a half being a creator on YouTube has been really rewarding, and I want to thank all my subs for following me and coming back every Thursday and checking out my videos. And if you've just thought about becoming a creator, but the idea of getting all the equipment has held you back, I want to offer you these opportunities, these options, so that you can get involved and become a creator too. So when it comes to filming and vlogging, your travel and adventures, when you use a phone, there's actually three components that I'm going to talk about that are pretty important when it comes to it. First one is the microphone. The second one is the grip and actual camera mount or phone mount. And then the phone itself, what apps you're going to use and that type of stuff. So we're going to start with the microphone. So the first big thing is the microphone. You can use the microphone on your phone, but just know that you're going to get a lot of noise around you, especially when you're traveling and you have extra noise in the room or in the space that you're in. So I suggest really investing in a good microphone. And it's not a huge investment. When you talk about the Rode Micro right here, this one is kind of a standard when it comes to vlogging and filming and posting things on YouTube. It's under $60. That is not bad for a microphone of this caliber. The way that it works is that it has these sensors on the side, and they basically cancel out anything that's coming from outside around you, and it just is a shotgun mic. So it's just picking up what's directly in front of you. And so when you're vlogging and you're holding like this, it's perfect because it can hear you. Just know that if you plan to give the camera to somebody else and have them walk further away, when it gets to be like 6 to 10 feet away, your voice is going to really drop because it's really just picking up what's right in front of it. So this microphone is excellent. It comes with the mount, the dead cat, which is a windscreen, and an actual cable. But we're gonna have to upgrade that cable, and I'll tell you about that in a second. But first off, this mount comes with the Rode Micro, and it's awesome. Basically, you clip it on, it has rubber all around it, so it's not gonna conduct any like vibration, like sounds that if you tap the phone, that type of thing. And then it has this cold shoe mount on the bottom, which I'll show you how it mounts onto the phone mount. And then, of course, it has this windscreen. A lot of people call them dead cats. I've realized that when you put it on, you have to be careful, because if it's like this, the camera will pick up the top. So I've kind of just formed mine to be more of a flat way like that. So when the camera's down below it, it clears it. This thing works amazing. I have a video where I was on a boat in Alaska, and it was cooking along in the ocean, and it was super loud. And I went out there with this dead cat on, and you can still hear me perfectly without any of that wind effect. So the dead cat's really important. I'll put the link to that video up here on the right. But definitely you're going to want to use the dead cat in the wind. Really cuts down on all that annoying sound, that type of thing. The cable that connects the microphone to your phone is really important, and Rode makes several different versions, but if you're going to be working with a phone, you want to make sure you have the right one. Now if you still have the 3.5 port on your phone, you're going to want to get the one that has the gray on the end of it, and the reason being is that this is a TRS and this is a TRRS. And it has an extra ring on it. So, the TRS has 2 black rings on it, and then the TRRS has 3 rings on it. This is the P part that you would be putting into your phone jack on your phone. Now, there are other mounts that you might need. If you don't have a 3.5 jack in here, you might have to get a dongle that goes from your USB-C or something like that. So you'll have to do some research to make sure that you get the right cable to mount your Rode mic to your phone. Now that we have our microphone all set up, we need to figure out how to mount all this together. And what I do is you can use any type of hand grip. I use GoPro setups because I really like the mounts and they're adjustable. Reason being too is that this is really a backup to my GoPro setup. So if I'm out in the field filming and something happened to my GoPros and I couldn't use them, I can go right to my phone and still capture footage while I'm out there. So I use the GoPro mounts, but you can certainly use a regular tripod mount. All right, so that's the grip. You get whatever grip you want. Now I do suggest that you have a grip that's like this, but that will break down into a tripod. Very handy because you can just set it on a picnic table, vlog away, but you can also pick it up and walk around. So definitely look for one that has a grip that can break into a tripod. Very useful. The second piece is the piece that's going to mount your phone to the tripod. Now this one here, I had to adjust a little bit or get an adapter for, because it really is just set up for a regular tripod mount. But I went and got a GoPro connector here, and I connected it because I want to be able to obviously use it with my GoPro tripod. The actual phone mount, there's two really important things that you want to look for when you're getting your mount. Number one is that it opens large enough to take your phone. I have a Pixel XL, so I had to get one that would open up and actually hold the XL really well, and then it cranks down and tightens it in place. That's even with my OtterBox on there, so that's pretty sweet. The second piece that's a really important piece is that it has this cold shoe mount that you can hook your mic into right there and mount it on there so that you can film. Some of them don't have those cold shoe mounts. You definitely want that. So make sure it fits your phone and it has a cold shoe mount. So now that you got the phone mount on here, we're really going to think about which way you're going to film with this. Are you going to use the selfie front-facing camera style, which gives you a wider spectrum on most cameras, or are you going to turn it around for a little better quality and use the camera on the back side? It's going to be a little closer. So I did some examples of this when I was filming a video recently, so let me show you. First, I'm going to show you the clip with the front-facing camera. As you can see in this one, it's a lot wider angle. Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to be talking about the Deuce 2 Camp Trowel. Now I'm going to show you the shot that I used with using the back camera. It's a lot closer in, but it's higher quality. Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to be talking about the Deuce 2 Camp Trowel. So which camera you use, either the front facing or the back facing, is really up to you. It is nice to use the front facing because you can see yourself in it, but it can be also distracting a little bit. The critical thing, and this is so important, is to know where your camera is on your phone, either down here or right there, because what you tend to do is you look at the center of the phone and your eyes will be off, and that's really kind of weird and kind of awkward to watch a video like that. So you want to make sure you know where your camera is and stare at that. When you're using the front facing, you're seeing yourself, so your eyes kind of dart back and forth to see what's going on. I found it's a little more easier to use the back facing because I can't see the actual shot and I just keep staring right at it. But again, it's a closer, tighter, not as wide angle. It's really your personal choice on how you want to do that. So now let's mount the microphone on it. Basically, just slide it right onto the cold shoe mount and tighten it up. And then you're going to take your gray side, remember the TRRS part, and put it into your earphone jack, the 3.5 earphone jack. Now this is kind of interesting. You see how jiggly it is? Rode kind of made a solution for that. Not many people use it, but this tightening bolt, I guess, is all grooved. And what it does is it fits the actual cable for the microphone. And so I always pop it in, and sometimes the dead cat can get in the way a little bit, so you could even kind of use it to tighten it up. But see how less jiggly it is when you put it in and you clip it in right there. I just really like that trick. It's been really useful for me when I'm filming. So now we're totally set to film, right? Not quite yet. What software or what app you use to film is really important. It's really going to depend on the phone that you use. For me, I have the open source camera because the actual Pixel or Pixel XL camera does not take in the microphone. I use this open source camera because it will actually take in the audio. So you do have to do a little bit of research when it comes to what software you're going to use, what app you're going to use to film. So a little bit of testing, but there's so many apps out there, you will find something. But I basically use, go to the Google store and I used Open Camera app, and that's the one I use, and the audio comes in just perfectly and fine. The last piece that I want to talk about is now you've got your video footage on your camera, you've got your microphone, you've got everything set and ready to go, right? But now the footage is actually on your camera and you want to port it to your computer. There are a couple different options for you, but there's all types of dongles that you can get. If you have the older phone or like even an iPhone, you can get them, but I recommend going to a USB port. And what I do is I just have a USB drive that I plug in here, plug into the phone, and I download all the footage. This is the SBC one that comes with the actual Pixel. You just plug it in and then put the USB drive on there and then download everything onto here, and then I can just take and put it on the computer and edit with. So these are some kind of nice little things to be able to transfer your footage, but you could use a cloud system or whatever, but you're going to want to transfer your footage, or maybe you'll actually edit on your phone, which is kind of cool too. That's not a bad idea as well. If you're really interested in being a creator, using your cell phone is a great option. You do not have to get this microphone and all the mounts and everything. You can just hold your phone. But this is an option where it comes to about $90 for all these products and you're all set. And you can do some high quality footage with this type of setup, especially with the sound being so good with the Rode mic. Let me know, is this something that you would do? If you're thinking about it, you should go for it. Start making and creating and putting it out there. I have to tell you, it's a blast. I love it. I love to put videos out and see all the support that I have for people that watch them. Thank you so much for coming back each week and checking out my stuff. It is really a great experience being a creator. So if you've been kind of thinking about it and holding back because you say, oh, I don't have all the equipment and everything, grab your phone, maybe get a microphone, get a mount, and get at it because it is a lot of fun. So hopefully you found this video useful, and if you did, if you could hit like and subscribe down below, that would be awesome. I put out new videos every Thursday. And I gotta tell you, just grab your camera and go for it. Become a creator. It is a lot of fun, and I love the support that you guys give me by coming back and watching and sharing your thoughts on my videos every week. So if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. That would be awesome. Be a part of the community. Would love it. Till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy. And get out there and film it. Even if you got to use your phone, go for it. It is doable. Go create. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. If you're new to my channel, if you hit subscribe, that'd be awesome. I put out new videos every Thursday around outdoor gear. And if you'd like to support me, you can check out my merchandise. I have my Hike Happy shirt on here at my store. You can click that down below and check out the other apparel that I have. Till next Thursday, just go ahead and watch some of my other videos.